Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mario with Villains and Heroes Toy Store. And we are on week number 7 on our mission to open up a toy store. We got a great haul for you this week, as you can see it right here on the screen. And we also have a few additions that are not on the screen that we want to talk about. So before we get into the haul, let's talk about the direction that I'm trying to take the toy store in. You might know that I had began these first 7 weeks by only collecting Motu, Transformers, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, G.I. Joe, and wrestling. So I had a conversation with my 26-year-old son. And my son said to me, he says, "Hey Dad, how come you don't have any Star Trek?" He knows what a big fan I am of Star Trek. I watch all those shows. I watched Enterprise even. I watched from the very first Star Trek in the 60s, the animated Star Trek. I watched the current ones like Picard, Discovery, and Lower Decks. So I thought to myself, why am I not collecting Star Trek? And the conclusion I came up with was because the toys have never been successful. But then I was curious, why haven't the toys ever been successful? So I started doing my research. As I started doing my research, I realized that they've had a complicated history, but they got some good stuff out there. So I decided to add Star Trek as one of the lines of toys that I will be collecting and selling at my toy store. Another thing I was thinking about as I ponder opening up a toy store was, should I only be selling 8 lines of toys? And should I only be selling boys' toys? After talking to my wife and doing some thinking, I decided that I'm gonna sell a variety of action figure toys from not only the lines that I've mentioned, but from other lines. And I was remembering when I was a kid how one of the first toys I ever got at a young age was Voltron, and how much I loved Voltron and how much I love robots. So with that being said, I did my research and I discovered some old robots that are really cool that I want to start collecting. And I'll be making a video like the 1939 video. I'll be making one called 1956. And in that video, we're going to be introduced to Robbie the Robot. Robbie the Robot was from a movie called Forbidden Planet. He was the first live action robot on screen. And he was a pretty badass robot. When I think about Star Wars, I think about my favorite characters, and my favorite characters are the robots. So in my mind, robots are action figures. And as you may know from the video that I just made, I consider a lot of things to be action figures, including my sticks. Check out the last video if you want to know what I'm talking about. I've been seeing a lot of videos on the Shogun Warriors, the Jumbo Machinders, the 24-inch Daimos, Dragon, Guy King, Goldorak, Raideen, and the big boy Mazinga. I never watched the cartoon. I didn't have any of the toys. I was too busy collecting Transformers, He-Man, and G.I. Joe. But it made me nostalgic after seeing them, and I wanted to have them and add them to my collection and my toy store. Last thing that I wanted to mention, I'm gonna add all kinds of lines from the 80s. As long as they're action figures and they were made in the 80s or sooner, including the 50s, 60s, 70s, I will be collecting them and I will be adding them to the toy store. Those will be known as other, and I'll be adding one of those to each haul to go along with the other 8 lines that I'm collecting: Star Wars, He-Man, Transformers, Marvel, DC, wrestling, and G.I. Joe, and now Star Trek. But I'm gonna add that to my collection. I'm gonna add that to my store. I'm gonna have that variety that a toy store needs to have, including girls' toys. I have a daughter. She is 5 months old, and I bought her first Barbie. I wanted it to be a 2023 Barbie, the year she was born. And I'd like to get her a Barbie each year. So she'll have a 2024, 2025. And then when she's old enough, hopefully she will appreciate these dolls and take care of them and have them for a long time and pass them on to her daughters. And as I'm thinking about buying my daughter toys, I'm thinking I should have a representation of my daughter in my toy store. And in my mind, since I want to be a vintage toy store, that's My Little Pony, that's Care Bears. Another thing that I'm going to be adding each week is one girl toy. Some of the girl lines, Rainbow Bright. I have an older daughter who is 16. She used to collect Paw Patrol. Those are the toys that she liked. So that's stuff that I'm going to buy and I'm going to have in my toy store as a representation of my daughters and of what girls like. So thanks guys for listening. Let's get into the haul this week, including a girl toy. Alright, let's start off with G.I. Joe. We got this 2012 Hasbro G.I. Joe Retaliation Duke Hauser. I got this on Whatnot. I paid $9.75. I also got this Marvel lot on Whatnot. I paid $10. First we have the 1991 Toy Biz Uncanny X-Men Apocalypse. Next we have 1995's Toy Biz Dragon Man. Here is the DC lot. I got this on Facebook groups and I paid $20 for these 5 figures. This is 2020's Spin Master Heroes Unite Flash. This is 2021's Spin Master Bat-Tech Joker version 3. Next we have 2020's Spin Master Heroes Unite Aquaman. This is 2020's Spin Master Heroes Unite Batman. And this is 2020 Spin Masters Heroes Unite Cyborg. This is the Motu addition to our collection this week. 1985's Mattel Masters of the Universe Grizzlor from wave number 4, member of the Horde. I got this on Facebook Marketplace and I paid $10. On to the Star Wars portion of our haul this week. I got this on OfferUp. I paid $20 for these 9 minifigures. Here we have Transformers. We got this on eBay and we paid $9.37. This is 2019's Hasbro Authentics Alpha Class Megatron. This is 2021's Mattel WWE Io Shirai Basic Series number 124. I got this on Facebook Marketplace and I paid $7.25. Here we go. We got our very first Star Trek action figure. It's 1994's Playmates Star Trek The Next Generation, the Nausicaan 5-inch. This cost me $8 on eBay. Alright, I'm excited about this one. This is our very first other. This is 1984's Tonka Wendy's GoBot Skyfly. This cost me $8 on eBay. Here we go with our girls' toy, our very first girls' toy. This is the legendary Barbie from 2018. This is Mattel's Barbie Animal Lovers playset, Puppy and Bunny Edition. We didn't get many sales from last week, but here's what we got. This is part of the Vader lot that we got. This Darth Vader we sold for $6.75. This was part of the G.I. Joe lot that we got way back in week number 1 or 2. Sold Baroness for $6.50. This Lego Star Wars The Mandalorian N1 Starfighter sold for $13. We sold this Monopoly Star Wars The Complete Saga 2018 Hasbro for $12. That's all the sales for this week. It was a slow week. I haven't been putting that much stuff on the eBay. But thanks for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, and comment. All right, here it is, guys. Week number 7. This is what the showroom looks like. Let's check it out. Now, I took down a couple of shelves because I saw the Thor hammer. So I put the Boba Fett down there, and also I took down the sludge shelf that I had. So there's less shelves, but there's still more toys than I had before. It just, for some reason, to me, doesn't look like it. Here's our He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Motu. Got the Transformer corner. We got Marvel right here. All right, here's our Star Wars. These cases are looking a little bit more empty. There's the new ones we just added. We still got the Luke, still got the Darth Vader. Oh, this is our DC portion right here of the showroom. You can briefly see the WWE figures, which I forgot to mention. Here we got G.I. Joe. And there we ended off with the new additions, the Star Trek and the other. And there it is, guys. After 7 weeks, this is what the toy room looks like. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys on the next one.